Boom. We're live. We should be. This is a test.
We are alive, indeed.
All right. Let's see if it's live on Facebook.
We live on Facebooks?
I don't know.
I don't see anything on the Facebooks. I don't see anything.
Where did that link go? There we are.
Hey, there we are.
Is it? For real? Yeah? Shake your head. Do something.
Shaking my head and doing something.
Hello. Where did that link go? There we are. Hey. All right. So
there we are.
Is it? For real?
Yeah, we are in a bit of a delay, so go back to the other one. Cool.
Whoa. All right. So I guess it's good.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can see people as they pop in.
Let's hope. We'll have. All right.
It's going to be very odd if we can't. Here, I'm going to open this up.
So yeah, you should probably do that. We're using a new system, so these are technical difficulties. You probably should have done it before, and we didn't. So there you go. No.
We just roll with it.
Just do it live.
Just go live.
Everything's happening. Everything that's worth watching right now is live.
Yeah, they'll have like 2 people watch, and they'll be like, "Oh man, this guy's totally screwed it up."
It was amazing. That was going.
We were
amazing, but
we were gonna do Bulldog Kung Fu. Was there something on Bulldog Kung Fu?
Oh, that was already done. That was the pre stuff. It was like in the UFC, the darkroom fights. You don't see it, and they show it at the end if the main fight was over too quickly.
Yeah, I don't.
So these fights that happened before the preliminary fights.
Yeah.
The ones that are on the card. It's like the scrubs who want to get on the UFC but aren't really part of UFC. Think of you know what the UFC is?
I'm aware of the UFC, yes. So it's a joke that I don't consume much media, around the gym. If you basically anytime someone asks a question, "Hey, have you seen this movie?" My answer is no. So that's usually how that works.
Super great talk about pop culture.
Yeah, hey, I'm really useful.
Thor 3, you want to watch it? No? Okay. No.
Are you aware that there is a game that involves thrones? I don't know the rules of this game. It involves a dragon. I don't know.
That was last Friday. We did that last Friday.
Oh, that's right. No, we didn't actually talk about any of that, did we?
No.
So
don't worry. We'll get rolling in just a minute.
Well, it looks like we're about as far along as we're going to get here. So we have slow connections or what's going on?
It should be.
I think we're
yeah, get there. Almost. No, you got to keep going down. It's pretty far down. Yeah,
it's useful.
Posted a couple things. There you go.
Hey,
so click on that one.
Yeah,
who's watching?
Get there.
Almost. Pretty far down. So go to the eyeball right there. Does it show you who's watching?
There you go.
Hey, click on that one. All right.
Okay. We're there. We're good. All right.
All right.
So we were talking about goals today. We were going to talk about Bulldog Kung Fu and what else? What was the other thing you said there?
Why rabbits?
Why rabbits don't wear glasses? Because they friggin' eat carrots.
No, actually, their ears are kind of up top their head, so glasses wouldn't have anything to hang on to.
That's it? That's what you're going with?
Yeah.
I was going to go with the beta carotene.
No.
I just made up. I just don't. I think that's
pure logical reason, Matt. If your ears were on top of your head, how would you put glasses on? Takes a minute.
You got me.
New engineering.
But they got those goggle glasses, right? Maybe that's like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar glasses.
Yes.
See, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a basketball player, and he made me seem old.
And that's where my media stops. Anything basketball related, it's not in here.
Yeah, fair enough. But, well, why don't we get to the nuts and bolts?
Let's do it.
Goal setting. All right. So what are some of the most common goals people have when they come into the gym?
I want to lose 10, 20, 30, all the pounds.
Do they ever come with a number?
They usually just say, I want to lose weight.
I want to lose weight. Okay. What are some other things people say when they come?
I want to get stronger.
I want
to get, I don't know, leaner. I want to get more athletic, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get too bulky. They're all I want in vague terms.
Right. Super vague. That's kind of the crux of it. Most people, when they come in, they're like, I have this nebulous idea. And then it's almost impossible to measure success. So what we have people do when they come into the mill is we set them down for a conversation, and I use just to kind of get to know people a little better, set them at ease. But I use a guide with all of my clients. It's a guide I used to use in business when we were setting organizational goals and business goals. It's called the SMART Guide to Goal Setting. All right, so the acronym SMART, pretty simple stuff.
Boom.
First thing you need to do when you set a goal is it has to be specific. So I want to lose weight is not a goal, that's an idea. So a goal would be like, I want to start with 10 pounds, all right? And we're using weight loss because it comes up the most. So it has to be specific, all right? You have to be able to put your hand on it and go, that thing right there, 10 pounds. It has to be measurable, all right? That's M in SMART, measurable, meaning it has to be something you can, like a unit of measure. So I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to be able to run a mile in under 8 minutes. Whatever that, I want to be able to lift a certain amount of weight, a certain amount of times.
So the unit there would be pounds in this case.
Yes. Pounds or weight loss.
Miles and running, right?
So setting that measure also allows you to identify how you're going to track your progress. And that's a big thing too, is that people just want to get the results. And they think like if they just come and hop around a bunch in the gym, then they'll get whatever results magically, pixie dust. So you need a method not only to measure a specific target to hit that's measurable, but you need a tool to measure your progress as well.
Specific goal, 10 pounds. Pounds is how you're measuring it.
Right.
And I guess you're starting from where you are, right, your benchmark, and then.
And that's the next component is the A in SMART is attainable. Your goal has to actually be something that's attainable. Mm-hmm. So, for example, like if I was, going to try and, if my goal was I'm going to climb Mount Everest next week, and I've never climbed a mountain before, that's pretty unrealistic, right?
I mean, the sky's the limit.
So as far as attainable too, you have to like figure out like, this helps you map out how you're going to get there. So again, most people just come in and want to hop around, get sweaty, and leave, and hopefully magically their goals will be achieved. So the attainable component actually maps out the process. It has to be relevant. So that's the R. Relevant is a little bit trickier to define, but I have a little note here to remind myself. Is the goal worthwhile? Is it going to actually help you achieve your overall goals in terms of health and wellness? So let's say you had an autoimmune disease, right? And you say you had Hashimoto's, right?
What's Hashimoto's?
Let's step back instead of getting into
I was gonna say.
Let's say you had any autoimmune disease. We won't get into specifics. And one that would obviously be helped by better diet. And you came in and you said, hey, I've got this chronic illness. I just want to lose weight, and maybe that'll help, right? Well, we can set a goal to lose 10 pounds, but we need to attach some behaviors that are relevant to making you feel better. That's the overall point there. So the goals have to be in line with what you're overall trying to achieve. Relevant. T, this is probably the most important thing. Your goals have to be time bound. All right. So if you set a goal and you don't have a parameter for when you're going to achieve that goal, you have nothing driving you. You don't. It's kind of the carrot and the stick analogy. The carrot is I really, really want this thing. It's going to make me feel really good. The time parameter you put on it is the stick to kind of keep you going. So that's the last component. So a good goal would be not I want to lose weight. It would be I want to lose 10 pounds by next March, whatever the number is. Boom, done. Now you can map out a process from here to there. Otherwise, you're just kind of, like I said, you're walking to the gym and hopping around.
Yep.
So that's the guide that I try to have in the back of my mind when I'm working with folks and they're doing their initial consult and they're coming in trying to figure out which direction to head. I use that acronym to kind of make sure that our goals that we set are on track.
And it's just relevant. This is relevant just to the gym and fitness arena, right? You can use these SMART goals for all areas of life. right?
Yeah, anything you want to accomplish. So if you're trying to improve your business career, and you want to be, up the food chain at work, you set that goal. Like, I want to be here by, a certain time, and make sure that you're using that, the filter of, is it attainable? I want to be the CEO of the company I work for. Well, okay, is that really attainable? Is that realistic?
What things you have to do in order to be the CEO,
and make sure whatever those intermediate goals are, to get there are relevant, that they're in line with getting you where you want to go.
And even creating this daunting, let's say a daunting goal being CEO, right? Mm-hmm. It's not so daunting, or any goal isn't so crazy if within that goal you have small little tasks you can accomplish, right? So yes, maybe losing 10 pounds is hard. Maybe being CEO is hard, but what would it take to get to the next step? Maybe you have to be a supervisor of your department first. So you become that supervisor. And then what does it take to get to the next step? The next step, it's like, climbing up the corporate ladder. It sounds so cliche to say, but there's a reason why that exists, right? Because you keep going up and up and up, and you just can't jump from the bottom all the way to the top unless you're LeBron James. That's where my basketball knowledge stops.
He's really good.
That's what we call him, King James. The King, Your Highness. But you have to hit these small goals. So A, it can make you feel better about yourself. B, it doesn't make that big goal seem so crazy. And by the time you're on that second to last rung, you're like, oh crap, I'm already there. It's not even March. I beat my goal. It's a lot easier to go.
So yeah, underneath is like, this conversation opens itself up to kind of a Pandora's box. So when you talk about your goals, sorry, make sure. Go here. When you talk about your goals, you've got kind of like a tree that opens up underneath it. So you establish your goal of say, climbing that corporate ladder. Under there come action items and other objectives that you'll need to hit in order to reach that overall goal. And those are things that come with all manner of different schemes and whatnot to get there. But that's, I think, Renee's point, is that your goal will lead to those other action items that you're going to need to accomplish in order to get where you want to be. So you mentioned something too, is like, when we start talking about the attainable piece, that's a really great opportunity to be really honest with yourself when you're doing your goal setting. Hey, am I capable of doing this? And maybe do I need to take a step back and set a goal in front of that long-term goal? And that's when things start to break into short-term, long-term, and whatnot. So we use all these tools here when we're working with clients, but also in our own lives when we want to accomplish certain things. It's a really good little template. So
yeah, not big time.
Yeah.
Essentially, we're trying to figure out what we can help you with. Here. That's why we need to figure out your goals, and the best way to attack it is maybe with us or maybe not with us. Maybe really at the end of it, you want to lose those 10 pounds for a very specific reason that isn't related to fitness, but that's more mental.
Yeah.
And you got to get that down pat. And you can see how these SMART goals can kind of lead into is your psyche developed? It's because if that's not developed, then it doesn't matter about anything else. It's just going to be super hard to make sure you can reach those goals, because you're just kind of not wired correctly. Or I don't think that's a proper usage, or you're just not there.
Well, yeah, it's like when we work with we've had it happen here where we're taking in a new client and they're like, I just want to work out, And you're like, hey, what you really need to do is maybe like change some stuff at work because you're too stressed out, and that's really what you need. Yeah. And I think one of the things about being a coach is more than just it's more than just teaching people how to move properly and keeping them safe when they're in the gym. It's providing the resources that they need throughout the rest of their lives, in other aspects of their lives. And I like to think that we're pretty good at that. It's saying, hey, we've had clients that make great progress in the gym, and then they hit a hard stop wall. And it's because they haven't sorted out some of the environmental factors that are impacting their lives on the other side. So, yeah, it's that trick of being able to be really honest with yourself and look for different tools to get you where you need to be.
Yeah. that's pretty much goal setting. It's very easy to do, but no one does it because it's very difficult to do. I mean, it's so easy that it's so difficult.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to sort that stuff out, and use your friends, use your coach, use your support group, your peer group to help you kind of define those goals. It can be a very personal process. So find someone that you trust that's not going to laugh you out of the room. And if someone just laughs you out of the room because you want to accomplish something, you probably need new friends.
And just use your Bulldog Kung Fu.
Bulldog Kung Fu, absolutely. Which usually involves a lot of laying down.
That's the secret.
That's the secret.
You lay down, it draws the enemy near because they don't know if you're alive or not. And then at that moment, go for jugular. That's a trick.
Yeah, we both have bulldogs and see this all the time.
It happens.
Yeah,
I'm lucky. I always have one hand on my throat, so I'm like.
I almost always come out unscathed.
See?
Almost always.
Just a finger. It's all right. But yeah, that's pretty much the goals. I don't think we have much else to go into. We have a lot of things to go into, but I know you all are probably tired of our faces. So,
well, Alice mentioned it was a scary process. It can be a real scary process. Don't shy away from it though. Like that's where progress comes. Like if you just live in a comfortable space all the time, it's really easy to become complacent. So look, if you're uncomfortable, that's probably a good thing. I'm not going to go any further. I'm not going to go any further. But yeah, you should push yourself into those areas, especially when you're setting goals.
I think in a way, make yourself uncomfortable in areas you want to succeed at. So if I wanted to be a better coach, I would study a different facet of fitness that I don't know too much about and I'm not the best at. I just won't perform well in that avenue, but I'll learn from that experience. I think it's probably the best way to
segue away from the danger zone. Danger zone. All right. Yeah, we've been at about 15, 20 minutes now. If you guys have any other questions, feel free. Otherwise, we'll boogie on out of here.
All righty.
Cool. We'll see you next week. We'll come up with something clever to say. See you later.
Boom, boom, boom. Now, end broadcast. See ya.